Wexford were forced to call on all their battling reserves in order to see off a gallant Carlow who had been inactive for 6 weeks. Indeed, the Barrowsiders should have had a goal early on. Éanna Martin firstly denied Marty Kavanagh and Craig Doyle couldn't follow up with the rebound. Carlow's first score from play took 27 minutes to arrive when Mark Brennan sent this one between the posts. Wexford had struggled to this point, but the introduction of Rathmuir's Jack Guiney gave them the boost up front that they needed. He used his sheer bulk and size in order to get the better of the Carlow defence here, made the space for Rory Jacob, and the veteran planted it to the back of the net. That score was the difference between the sides at half-time. Harsh words and a call to believe in the Wexford dressing room was answered shortly after the resumption. The two substitutes, Owen Quigley and Guiney, combined for Wexford's second goal just 7 minutes into the second period. Wexford were to rattle in two more within a 5-minute spell. Here it was another of the substitutes, Gary Moore, who got a clean strike on the ball to put it past Frank Fahey. And with Carlow struggling in defence, the experienced Rory Jacob fired in Wexford's fourth, and this score all but ended the game as a contest. Carlow, though, to their credit, battled right until the end, and 17-year-old Marty Kavanagh is surely one for the future. Kevin Ryan's side will no doubt improve, and with the likes of Andrew Gall and David English, they showed much promise. But in the end, it was Wexford who emerged from this one. They march on, but with much to ponder.
In fairness to Carlow, they brought the intensity to the game at the start of it, but you know, they sort of knocked our fellas off their stride at the start, but that performance wouldn't be near good enough to go any further in the championship. But we're delighted to get a win out of it. These fellas woke up to the challenge in the second half, which I was pleased about.
We're short 7 lads from our league final team, and you know, very depleted. And in fairness, a lot of them, you know, for 40 minutes we were well in that game, and there's a lot of positives there for the future. In particular, a lot of those young fellas in forward line today, and 2 young lads cornerbacks and that.
Scoring goals was a feature of Limerick's play in recent times, and in this qualifier contest with Antrim at the Gaelic grounds, the home side hit the net after 59 seconds. Thomas O'Brien makes a dashing run through the centre. His hand pass to Sean Tobin saw the Moore Boher man hit the target with some skill. Neil McManus had this point for Antrim, but Limerick were playing with a ruthless streak. They scored 3 goals in 3 minutes. Gavin O'Mahony delivers this long ball, and Niall Morden, who is very much on form, won the battle with Antrim fullback Neil McGarry and makes no mistake with his shot. Limerick followed that with a rare sight in hurling nowadays. Graham Mulcahy sends in a cross, and watch for Shane Dowling's ground strike effort. Unstoppable. After 20 minutes, Limerick were leading 5 goals and 4 points to Antrim's 7 points. But credit Antrim, they were making progress against the Limerick defence, and points from Eddie McCluskey and this one from Liam Watson were just 2 of the 5 they scored in a row. Limerick were ahead at the break, 5-7 to Antrim's 13 points. Antrim, who finished the first half well, completely fell away in the second half. Limerick hit 5 unanswered points, and when Sean Tobin found Shane Dowling with a hand pass, it granted Dowling his 3rd goal. Barney McCauley showed some class to score Antrim's only point from play in the second half. But another goal from Limerick's Niall Morden added to Antrim's pain. Antrim did get a consolation goal when Neil McManus found the net with just a minute to go. Limerick ran out easy winners, 8-26 to 1-15. And they have now scored 14 goals and 47 points in just 2 games.
Psychologically, goals have a bearing on how you play and how you don't play, and you know they put us away fairly early in the game.
If we want to be up there with the Kilkennys and Tips, we need to be scoring goals, and you know we scored 8 today, we scored 6 the last day. We were clinical and ruthless when we needed to be. We scored a lot of points in the second half. I know there was a very strong win there. That was you know, I was very pleased with that.
I can see why, but there will be questions. 14 goals and 47 points in 2 games. That debate will continue, I've no doubt, about the quality of every team playing in the McCarthy Cup. Well, now, our hectic weekend wouldn't be complete without checking on the Camogie Championship in association with RT. This week, Pat McAuliffe went to watch Tipperary